Unconscious bias training has been given a bad rap. And there's a reason for that. I've seen some of the unconscious bias trainings that clients I've had, for example, have put into play. And they can be very perfunctory, very much a tick box exercise, just giving people a couple of scenarios and they have to find the right answer. And then, boom, yes, you've passed this test, on you go, you've done your training. So when I deliver unconscious bias training, I think it's super important, first of all, to help people understand where their own biases come from. And so that might be talking about socialization and how we are all socialized differently, which leads to, different sets of assumptions and different ways that we view the world. And then once people understand that there's nothing wrong with being biased, and it's just about shining a light on those biases so that we can uncover what they are before we make decisions and before we act, then some of the things that we can do are making sure that we tell real life stories, whether that's of the impact of bias or stories that help us open up to the perspectives of other people. That can be really powerful. Also, making sure that the exercise isn't seen as a kind of tick box, yeah, get this out of the way, but that it's really, really important to the organization that people don't do understand their biases and do understand how some of the decisions that they might make could be, based on more solid ground or based on more data rather than just what our gut instincts are or based on, the background and what we've seen in the past ourselves. And then finally, it's important to make people feel that they are not wrong. So it's very easy to point the finger and say, well, you know what? You've come from this particular background, you've got privilege, you don't understand. And if you start to back people into a corner by making them feel that they are wrong or their background is wrong, that's not going to help anyone ultimately. So you've got to come at this from a perspective of every viewpoint is valid. We are all humans. We all deserve respect. No one is wrong here, but we all have a different background, a different set of values. And it's really about shining a light on that so that we can make the best decision for everybody and treat every view and every perspective with respect. So I think if we take the time out to really go into this in enough detail and not make it this kind of quick exercise that we need to just brush out of the way as quickly as possible, then we can find that unconscious bias training can be super valuable, it can be interesting, it can help change perspectives, and it can make a difference.